a step to build a system, to build an experimental system over and over again. Understand? So, again, in summary, I will give you a summary about prototyping. First, about definition. Prototyping is an experimental system which is built quickly and cheaply so that user can have a better understanding about the system. And secondly, prototyping is an iterative process. That means you will have to build the prototype over and over again during the whole red life cycle. Understand? If anyone here who doesn't understand the meaning of prototyping, please raise your hands. I can explain in Vietnamese so that you will have a better understanding about this one. Because this is so important for you right now and later when you work in the IT industry. If you don't understand about prototyping, later you will be in trouble. Do you understand again? If you don't understand, please raise your hand. Okay, that's good. It's good for you. Thì nói lại ha, prototyping là một trong ba cái kỹ thuật chính được sử dụng trong cái khái niệm về RED. Các em cần phải nhớ khái niệm về RED là cơ sở cho các cái phương pháp xây dựng và phát triển hệ thống gọi là nhanh gọn, ngày nay gọi là Agile methodology. Tất cả những cái Agile methodology ngày nay được xây dựng dựa trên RED concept. Ta phải nhớ RED là một cái khái niệm. Và RED được xây dựng dựa trên ba cái triết lý chính. Đó là làm sao phải xây dựng một cái hệ thống thông tin với high quality là chất lượng cao, high speed là xây dựng trong thời gian ngắn và low cost là chi phí thấp. Đó là ba triết lý cơ bản của RED concept. Và dựa trên ba triết lý này chúng ta có 4 cái nền tảng để xây dựng nên một phương pháp cho RED. Và bữa trước các em đã được học. Đó là con người, công cụ, people, tools, cách thức quản lý, management and methodology là phương pháp. Và trong RED chúng ta không khi nói về quản lý trong RED thì chúng ta không nói về quản lý con người hay quản lý chiến lược hay quản lý tài chính, mà là quản lý prototype. Thì trong ba cái phương pháp chính để ba cái kỹ thuật để mà implement một cái hệ thống theo cái khái niệm RED, chúng ta có prototyping là đứng đầu, sau đó đến JAD và cuối cùng là đến time boxing. Thì prototyping bữa trước các em đã được xem ba cái video clip rồi đúng không ạ? Mình nhớ prototyping là gì chưa? Chúng ta thường nói prototyping là làm mẫu. Vậy định nghĩa đó là gì? Thật ra prototyping là chúng ta đang cố gắng xây dựng một hệ thống đó là hệ thống trải nghiệm theo cái cách nhanh và rẻ tiền để cho người dùng và cả developer sẽ có nhìn nhận đúng và chính xác hơn về những gì mà user mong muốn. Nghĩa là sao ạ? Nghĩa là ví dụ như bữa trước chúng ta xem cái clip mà cái cô giám đốc về UX design của Google cũng phát triển ra một cái ứng dụng trên điện thoại di động, nhớ không? Cổ ra những cái bản vẽ đó để chi? Để cả team và cả người dùng nhìn vào có thể hình dung trước và hệ thống sẽ vận hành như thế nào. Và cấp cao hơn là có 2 năm game bắt đầu chuyển thể sang cái dạng media, có nghĩa là cái dạng gần những cái animation ở trên web hoặc là một cái web HTML chẳng hạn, tức là những cái dạng poster của cái ứng dụng để mà người ta nhìn vô người ta biết cái hệ thống hoạt động như thế nào, và user nhìn vô thì có thể góp ý về nó. Nó chưa phải là một cái hệ thống thật sự, mà chỉ dựa trên đó chúng ta có cái trải nghiệm cơ bản về sản phẩm. Dễ hình dung nhất là chúng ta biết là hồi xưa khi mà các em đi mua điện thoại di động ở mấy cái cửa hàng ở ngoài đường ấy, thì thay vì người bán hàng có thể đưa em một cái điện thoại thật, đúng không ạ? Người bán hàng đưa em một cái prototype, cái mẫu, để chi? Để em biết cái điện thoại thật nó như thế nào. Thì do đó khi chúng ta xây dựng dùng kỹ thuật prototype ở trong Red, thì đó là một cái công việc lặp đi lặp lại, bởi vì qua mỗi giai đoạn chúng ta đều phải làm một cái prototype. Do đó nó gọi là iterative process, hay chúng ta nói prototyping là quá trình lặp đi lặp lại các cái bước để xây dựng một cái hệ thống trải nghiệm liên tục nọ tương tự. Chúng ta đã nắm được prototyping là gì rồi. Thì sau này nếu như, bởi vì cái prototyping này là cái phương pháp được sử dụng ở hầu hết các công ty về software ngày nay. Chúng ta biết rằng các cái hệ thống hiện giờ chúng ta không có thời gian 10 năm hay là 20 năm như ngày đầu chúng ta học, có nhiều hệ thống chiếm đến 10 năm, 20 năm thực hiện cái dự án đó. Ngày nay khách hàng mong đợi mình ra sản phẩm trong vòng tối đa là 4 tuần và tối thiểu là 2 tuần. Nghĩa là nhanh nhất thì trong vòng 2 tuần em phải ra một cái sản phẩm cho khách hàng, chậm nhất là 4 tuần. Chính vì vậy prototyping là cực kỳ quan trọng. Ví dụ như buổi trước chúng ta xem cái clip, trong vòng 2 tuần chúng ta hoàn toàn có thể tạo ra một cái media prototype, đúng không ạ? Và có thể đưa cho khách hàng xem cơ bản như thế nào. Trong khi ngày xưa thì sao? Ngày xưa khách hàng phải chờ cả năm trời mới nhìn thấy cái sản phẩm như thế nào. Mà lúc đó là đã không thể sửa được nữa rồi, bởi vì bỏ đầu tư rất là nhiều công sức, tiền của vô làm cái system. Do đó nắm được cái định nghĩa và hiểu được prototyping sẽ giúp ích cho các em rất nhiều khi mà sau này các em làm trong ngành công nghệ thông tin. Any question? So, what does it address? Some of the problems prototyping try to resolve some problem from the type of traditional system analysis, including 3 main problems. The first one, user only saw its information system at point of implementation. Remember, according to when we are saying about traditional system analysis, we are saying about waterfall. Remember waterfall? When we are saying about traditional system analysis, we are saying about waterfall. Remember waterfall? Waterfall, it looks like this one. Remember? And this is analysis phase. And this is design phase. And next, the step 3 of the waterfall will come to implementation phase. And step 4 is implementation. And from the type of traditional system analysis, user will not know how system look like, how does it function, until they get into the point implementation. And you know, the time from analysis to implementation may up to several years, 2-3 years. That means from the time people sign up the contract for you to implement the system, you will spend a lot of time to do analysis. And after analysis finished, you will do the design. And after the design finished, you will start implementation. And that time might up to 2-3 years. And user know nothing about that system until you come to the implementation. And if there is something wrong about your design or your analysis, what does that mean? That means you waste 2-3 years for nothing because you cannot come back and fix it. You have to start all over again from the 0 point. That's why from the first day you have learned, there was a lot of unsuccessful system, a lot of failed system, until they have a lot of money, a lot of high qualified people, but they still fail. So, address this problem. And the second problem is system analysis was really experimenting on the user. They don't care about the user. From the time of traditional system analysis and design, software developer will build the information system based on their requirements, based on their need, not based on user need, not based on user requirement. They don't care. So, it leads to system doesn't always know what the user was expecting it to do. That means we create something that user doesn't want. User doesn't want and cannot use it. So we build something for no one. We cost a lot of time, a lot of money for nothing. So Greg tried to address these 3 problems. So, the question is, why prototype? Why do we select prototype? Firstly, prototype can be considered like a response to dissatisfaction found when we use traditional approach. Greg tried to fix that. Try to fix the dissatisfaction of the user. Because we didn't implement a system for user, so Red tried to fix that. And second thing, is seen as an improved form of system investigation analysis, particularly useful where, first one, application area is not well defined. Remember in the clip you viewed last day, they know nothing about system. They don't clear anything about system. So they try to sketch everything out. And then they create a scope to create a media prototype on a computer. Secondly, organization not familiar with the technology. There are some technologies you don't know how to use it. So you need a prototype. For example, nowadays you used to hear about cloud computing, right? But do we really do cloud computing? No, we don't. We build system based on a basement, based on an environment created on cloud computing. People set up everything for us and we build up. Until Amazon provide the basic background for cloud computing. So in order to not to making defect or not to making some system that user doesn't want, we have to use prototype. Because we don't get used to cloud computing for our Internet of Things. communication between analysis and user has not been good. This is the same like in real world. When you cannot explain anything to other people why it works, what do we use? When there is something you cannot explain by words, what do? We use pictures, we use photos, we use movies to explain our ideas, right? People often say that one photo counts 1,000 words, right? So that's why prototype will play the role of communication methodologies between analysis and user to make sure that both sides are on the same page. Design. Cost of rejection by user would be very high and be essential to ensure that the final version has got user needs right. As I said before, when user, according to traditional life cycle, user only know and the first look about system until we come to the implementation phase. And what's wrong if they reject the system? They said that this system doesn't meet our requirement. What does that mean? That means we have to throw away everything. We waste 2-3 years. We waste a lot of money, maybe hundreds of millions of UK pounds. We waste a lot of time for nothing. And we will have to start everything again, and over again. So that's why the cost of rejection by user is very high, and we cannot accept that. And second thing, there is a requirement to assess the impact of prospective information system. That means how information system look like in the future. At this point, by using prototype, we can estimate how information system will be expanded over the time. For example, have you ever go to buy a house? Or have you ever visit some building? And before you get into the building, they have a prototype. A model prototype, maybe 1,000. Great, you can only grade. Remember? By looking at that prototype, we will know how that building will expand in 5 years, 10 years later. So, red prototyping provides us the tools to have an understanding about the prospective information system in the future. What does that mean? That means we can estimate. So our solution, we may have a solution to expand the system, to grow up the system. If we don't have the solution, 5 years later or 10 years later, we have to throw the current system away and build a whole new. So understanding these 2 points. Okay. And based on the previous three clips, we have 3 different prototypes, but they are prototypes defined by Google. Anyway, in red, we define prototyping by 2 definitions. The first one is evolutionary prototyping, and the second one is throwaway prototyping. First one, throwaway prototyping, but use the prototype design and basic for building an information operating system. That means, after we creating that prototype, we will throw it away. We don't use it anymore. But we still use this design for building the real information system. That's it, throw away prototyping. It's different from evolutionary prototype. That means after we build up a prototype, instead of throwing it away, we will improve that prototyping to become a real information system. Why is that? Because we may have spent a lot of time, money, and resource on that prototyping, and we don't have enough time, money, and resource to build our system. Understand?
Could you give some example from throwaway and evolutionary?
I will give you later.
Yes.
You will see it. And the approach for taking the throwaway or evolutionary prototype will depend on software environment required for final operational system, and how much of the final system needs to be prototyped. For example, if that prototype has 70 or 80% of the operational system, so we cannot throw it away anymore. We have to use it. And do we have enough time to redevelop the system using another software environment? Don't have enough time. This is the basic prototyping cycle. On the cycle to creating a prototype. The prototype will begin with identifying the basic requirement. Basic, remember, we can start a prototype based on basic requirement only. What are basic requirements? Basic requirement is high-level requirement. We don't need to have a detailed requirement to build an information system. Sorry, to build a prototype. So after we have the basic requirements, we will develop a working prototype. And after that, using that prototype, if the prototype makes you happy, you will transform it into an operational prototype. Otherwise, it doesn't make you happy. You will revise and enhance that prototype again. So, there are many different prototypes with different objectives. So remember one thing, even we have two different kinds of prototypes, evolutionary and throwaway prototype. But depends on different objectives, we might have different kind of prototype. And the first kind of prototype is requirement analysis prototype. The name says everything. That means we use that prototype to examine the areas where user analysis are unsure of requirement. Or we use that prototype to do the user requirement analysis to have a better understanding about the business area we're working on. And second thing, look at the physical approximation of system to gather ideas we're looking at. And lastly, prototyping will improve on traditional requirement gathering techniques. For traditional requirement gathering techniques, what do we do? What are the activities in traditional requirement gathering techniques? Requirement gathering techniques including some activities like interview, sending questionnaire, observation, reading documents, right? And prototype. Prototype can be considered like an upgrade to gather requirement techniques. Instead of interviewing user, now we bring the prototype to the user and we get a feedback of user on our prototype. By doing that, we have a better understanding about the system. I will show you an example. This is a requirement analysis prototype. So can anyone tell me what is this prototype? This is a car concept building by clay and wood. Wooden make prototype. This might be one third or one fourth of a real car. For what? Together to do the requirement analysis. For example, every car factory they have an R&D department. R&D that's in research and development department. Each year, R&D will have an MRD list. MRD that means marketing research development list. To see what users want for their new car in the new year. So based on that list, they will create this prototype. And then they will evaluate this prototype to see whether it meets the user need for this year or not. Or they are doing the requirement analysis. But in terms of red, what is this prototype? Evolutionary or true-away prototype?
True.
Yes, of course. Can you use it?
No.
No. Can we upgrade it to a real car?
No.
No. So this is true-away prototype. Even the design is accepted. We will use design later, but we cannot use this prototype anymore. Understand? And next is functional prototype. Functional prototype can be used for demonstrating, for testing, for evaluating the functional of the system. So what is that? Have a look. What is this? Gearbox for cars, right? And you see here, there are two different versions of prototype. This one might be made from clay or wood or rubber, and this one made from metal. For what? You will see this gear can be moved to this one to see how it functions. Have you wondered why can we gear to a new level in car so easily based on these developments? You see, the old car had a gearbox different from this one. It's hard to see, it's hard to use, but this one is very easy to use. So you can see this is a type functional prototype. And again, this is an evolutionary prototype, two-way prototype. Anyone tell me, is this an evolutionary or two-way? This made from clay. This cannot be used. It's for functional testing only. So this is a throwaway prototype. However, this one is different. This one can be transformed into an operating information system. So this can become an evolutionary prototype. Understand? And next is process prototype. Process prototype used for demonstrating, testing, and evaluating the process, the sequence and response, etc. of a system. This is the process prototype. This is the process of creating parts based on zinc. This prototype illustrates the process of creating this one, including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps of this one. This is the process prototype for vehicle making. For what? By looking at this prototype, people will know about the process to create paper. So they will have a chance to evaluate to see whether this process is useful or not, is attainable or not, is measurable or not, right? Have you ever visited a paper making factory? No. In terms of an IT guy, you have to have much more knowledge than people in our industries. Because remember one thing, 100% for sure, later when you work in the IT industry, you will create an information system for another industry, right? How about if you know nothing about that industry? You cannot become a good developer. You cannot develop your career path. If you only know about coding, that's not enough. And next is design prototype. Design prototype is used for demonstrating and evaluating a variety of alternate designs or solutions. Let's have a look. This is a design prototype. You see, this is the sketch prototyping. And what is this? You don't know what this one?
Yeah. Sure.
Game controller or game handle, you don't know how to name it. Or joystick, something like that. And you see, these two are design prototype, but this one is throw away prototype, right? You cannot use it. How about this one?
Can use.
They can become evolutionary prototypes. And do you see the difference between these four game controllers? The color and the position and the name of the button. For example, here you see 4 red buttons with ABCD. How about this one? It's designed by 2 lines. Also, 4 red buttons, but separate at 2 different lines with A, B, and X, Y. What does this mean? This means they might have total different functions. And this might be same function. Or we switch A, B, and X, Y here, or we have A, B red, yellow, and then blue. Why do we do that?
Because they revise.
Become user language. We are not sure which one user will like it. So we create 4 different prototypes and we give the beta version for user to get the feedback to see which is the most favorite one. For example, people prefer this one most. So we'll throw this forward and focus on this one to create the real one. That is why we call it is design prototype. Got that? And the last type of prototype we will see is performance prototype. Performance prototype is the prototype used for testing purpose. Testing what? Testing the response time, testing the loading ability, testing the volumes. In totally, in other words, testing about performance of the system. So I will show you an example of performance prototype. What is this? This is a net graph, right? What is the special thing in this picture? Actually, this plane, this aircraft is fixed by two columns here, right? Why do people do that? Because this airplane is flying inside a wind tunnel. Do you know what is wind tunnel? Wind tunnel, we say that is hầm gió. For what? For testing the performance of this aircraft. Remember, the real aircraft will be exactly the same design as this prototype, except one thing. The real aircraft is much bigger than this one. That is only different. However, the scalability base is the same. So, by placing an aircraft in wind tunnel, we will see how the aircraft react in different environments. For example, in a hurricane, in a tornado, in a high air pressure, a low air pressure, what will be effects on this aircraft will be tested in this wind tunnel. That's why we call this is a performance prototype. Understand, everyone?
Yes.
So again, have a look. Performance prototype, design prototype, process prototype, functional prototype, requirement analysis prototype. So in summary, how many kinds of prototype will we have up to now? 8. Can you separate them or categorize them? Yes, but not true. In terms of management or in terms of information system, we have two types of prototype: evolutionary and throwaway prototype. However, in terms of functionality, we have 5 different prototypes: design, functional analysis, performance, and requirement analysis, and process. So, we have learned about the advantage of prototype. But, do you see any problem with the prototyping? According to you, what can be the problems with prototyping? Prototyping gives us a lot of advantages, a lot of benefits. How about the problem? Any problems?
Is it not realistic?
It's not realistic.
So it's hard to explain to customer to understand the real system.
Yes, that is one point. Many customers, when they see the prototype, they think they are the real system. That is a big problem because prototype has no constraint. We don't control the error flow. We don't control exceptional flow. So when we show to the customer, they say that the system runs smoothly and beautiful, and they expect that becomes a real system. However, the real system may be very, very difficult with a lot of defects. That is the one problem. Anything else?
It make customer confused about we will broken the contract if the customer understand the prototype is mean the final system.
Yes.
They say, oh, that product is a very simple. That product is a very bad design because they want the beautiful prototype more.
Yeah, that's what we said before. Anything else? The same idea. So have a look at the board. The first problem is that prototyping must be properly managed and controlled. Why is that? Because if you cannot control them, you might have a lot of prototypes. You may spend a lot of time to create a lot of prototypes. However, according to this one, you should have from 3 to 5 iterations only. From 3 to 5 iterations, that means you may have from 3 to 5 prototypes only, so that you can control them properly. The second problem is that prototyping can lead to proliferation of requirements. That means lead to the booming of requirements. When customers see a prototype, they will have more and more and more and more requirements in their head. And they always want to give you more requirements to implement the system. So you have to learn the way how to control that. Otherwise, because of prototype, you might have thousands of change requests. And the third problem with prototyping is it can be difficult to get good user participation. As I said before, in red and set, in every phase, user involvement is an integral part. That means when we build a prototype, we have to invite customers to assisting with us, to work with us about that prototype. And when we finish, we have to send that prototype to the customer, ask them to use the prototype and send us the feedback. What is the problem? The problem is that customers don't have time to do that. They have their own job to finish. And maybe if they spend too much time for us for prototyping, they cannot finish the job and their performance will be decreased. That affects to their real job. So we must have a management commitment. That means our customer boss have to commit them, allow them to support us in prototyping. And even more support, they must get reward for involving into prototyping. Otherwise, customers would not have enough motivation to support us in prototyping. Understand? Yes or no? Okay. And next is expectation with the prototyping process can be two hands. That means, as I said before, the customer say the prototype, they think they are run smoothly, they are beautiful, they are perfect. But actually, the real system will be very different. And prototype originally designed thrown away may become operational. What will be the problem? For example, you intend to create a prototype for throwing it away later, but for some reason, you cannot throw it away. It becomes an evolutionary prototype. What will be the problem? One of the problems is that we don't have enough documentation. Because we intend to develop that throwaway prototype, that means we don't need documentation for it. So that means we cannot track it down. We cannot track the requirement. We cannot track the coding convention. We cannot track where the defect comes from. Because we don't have any documentation for that throwaway prototype. So when we turn that throwaway prototype into evolutionary prototype, we have to create, we have to build on documentation related to that prototype. So, prototyping, there are something that you should remember. The first one, prototyping must be carefully managed. Carefully managed, that means you have to control it in a number that you can control. 3 to 5 iterations, that means 3 to 5 prototypes only. And you must know why the second prototype is different from the first prototype, and why the fifth prototype is different from the second prototype. And where is the change request? Everything related to prototype must be controlled in your hand. And there must be understanding of commitment to the process by both management and user. When we're creating a prototype, we're doing it for user, and we need the coordination from the user side. That means we need the commitment at the management level from both sides. From our side, we need the commitment from our boss. And we also need the commitment from the customer boss. Control during the prototyping process must be maintained. Control here does mean we control the chain request. As I said before, prototype can proliferation the requirements. Thus, means the requirements can be booming because of the prototyping. So we have to learn how to control, how to keep the requirements stable. But we still satisfy the user requirements. We say no, but the customer is still happy. Understand? And last thing, prototyping is not a substitute for thorough analysis and design. Remember, even when we do the prototyping, don't have never think that prototyping can be applied for analysis and design. Remember, prototype should be built based on our analysis and design. It is just used for review. Understand? Any question about prototyping? That's all about prototyping. So we learned there are, in terms of management, there are 2 different prototypes. In terms of functional, there are 5 different prototypes. We also learned about the disadvantage of prototyping, remember. And we also learned about something that you must remember. Prototype is not a substitute. That's all about prototyping. Next, we will learn about the second technique in red. This is called ZAD, or Zone Application Development. But prototype IUP, we don't often use the ZAD term anymore. Instead, we use the word facilitate workshop. Facilitate workshop, that is a facilitate meeting. Begin at the beginning of a project. It works when at the beginning of a project we create some facilitate workshop for that. For what? For both user side, key person from the user side, and key person from the development team have a meeting together and make some agreement for high level requirements, so that the project can be started off. That is facilitate workshop. However, facilitate workshop can be any point in development process from inception to delivery. And aims of facilitate workshop is to produce something and to acquire consensus among participants as content of that thing. That means in that workshop, people want to make sure that everything will be understood by everyone on the same page. They have the same understanding about one thing. And it's a facilitate mistake designed to overcome the problem of traditional requirement gatherings and to specify high-level requirements. Understanding the meaning of facilitate workshop. Okay. So, who will attend the facilitate workshop? Different roles, including first one, executive sponsor. This is the key person from user side. This is the one who make a commitment to get the system built. Takes the meeting up, doesn't interfere. In other words, executive sponsor, that means the one who pay money for the project, who agree to implement. And ARE workshop leader. This is the one who will do the preparations and lead the workshop. Remember, this one is not the team leader. This is the one who has the most skill in red team. Who have the most red skill. IS professional, information system professional, not mostly. Should be one or more of these must be involved in the project. Who are they?
Architecture,
not only about technique. This is the one who really understand, have deeply understanding about the system and about the business area.
product manager,
Some kind of product manager, technical architect will be considered as professional. Technical architect is the one who understand about the structure of the system. Product manager is the one who understand about the product. End user, who will be the system. Script is the one like secretary we will be the one who will write out a meeting minutes for that facilitate workshop. And some visiting specialists may attend section as and when required. That means in some cases, sometimes we have some expertise or specialists and we need to invite them to provide us more ideas about the business area we are working on. And PM, project manager, this one might be present but shouldn't lead the section. Okay, so reason for using facilitate workshop. Firstly, it harnesses know-how user, improve the knowledge of user know-how, and cut across organizational barriers. As I said before, in facilitate workshop, there will be two sides: the customer, key person from the customer side, and key person from the development team side. So right before the workshop, they might have not understanding about each other. There might be a barrier between them. However, during the facilitated workshop, it will cut down the barriers between them. And group dynamics, by design, organize, control, structure, process, and experience section leader facilitate discussion, includes management direction, utilize IS, apply perspective. In each facilitate workshop, we also have information system specialists. So try to optimize them, try to maximize them by asking for their advice, asking for their opinion in different perspectives about the system. Because these are the people who have the strong and deeply understanding about the system in terms of technologies and in terms of business area. They are the most important guys must be assisted in facilitate workshop. Otherwise, the facilitate workshop might be failed because if we don't have anyone who has the understanding of the structure of the system or who doesn't have understanding about the business area, we cannot give useful advice, we cannot give useful information to make the facilitator workshop successful. Understand? Any question?
No.
So we'll take a break in 10 minutes. If you don't have any question, okay, so we'll take a break in 10 minutes and then come back with a tutorial for today.
Tutorial.
This tutorial, when you finish, you don't need to submit to my email. There are two questions in this tutorial. That's right. There are two questions. Remember, please pay attention. This part is a scenario and terms you need to read it to understand. And after that, you will try to answer these two questions. You can write it down to make note. Question 1, question 2, to 1, to 2. But after you finish, you don't need to submit to my email. Instead, I will ask for your answer. We have 1 hour and a half to do this tutorial. So I will give you 30 minutes for reading the whole section. And after next 30 minutes, that means around 8:30, I will ask you for the first question. You need to give me your answer. And at A49 or A50, I will ask you about the second question. Okay, understand? So please back away right now.
Hello?
You're asking deeply. In the meantime, I will check your attendance.
Okay, let's check.
Đỗ Minh Chánh,
Yes.
Hoàng Quốc Tú, Lê Duy Hân, Ngô Nguyễn Hoàng Ngân, Action. Nguyễn Anh Tuấn, Action. Nguyễn Đăng Bảo,
Yes.
Nguyễn Đức Anh, Action. Nguyễn Đức Thảo, Action. Nguyễn Lý Minh Mẫn,
Yes.
Nguyễn Ngọc Thiện, Action. Nguyễn Quốc Tiên, Nguyễn Thị Hoàng Yến, Nguyễn Văn Sơn, Nguyễn Văn Tuân, Phạm Hoàng Tuấn, Phạm Như Nguyện, Action. Phạm Thế Sơn, Action. Phan Hoàng Khải, Action. Phùng Quang Đạt, Action. Trà Phúc Vĩnh Huy, Trần Minh Tuấn, Trần Ngọc Thiện, Triệu Phú Vinh, Action. Võ Văn Hoàng Anh, Hoàng Anh có mà. Sorry because of the connection. So check attendance again. Đỗ Minh Chánh,
Yes.
Hoàng Quốc Tú, Lê Duy Hân, Ngô Nguyễn Hoàng Ngân, Action. Nguyễn Anh Tuấn, Action. Nguyễn Đăng Bảo,
Yes.
Nguyễn Đức Anh, Nguyễn Đức Thảo, Action. Nguyễn Lý Minh Mẫn,
Yes.
Nguyễn Ngọc Thiện, Action. Nguyễn Quốc Tiên, Nguyễn Thị Hoàng Yến, Nguyễn Văn Sơn,
Yes.
Nguyễn Văn Tuân, Phạm Hoàng Tuấn, Phạm Như Nguyện, Phạm Thế Sơn, Phan Hoàng Khải, Phùng Quang Đạt, Trà Phúc Vĩnh Huy,
Yes.
Trần Minh Tuấn, Trần Ngọc Thiện, Triệu Phú Vinh, Võ Văn Hoàng Anh, Creative and incremental development. Explain as fully as possible why you think these three approaches work together. Can anyone explain? First lesson. ESDN use prototyping, incremental mental analysis. Explain why we work together. Can anyone? You, please.
The STM using prototyping, iterative and incremental development. It divides projects into short, quickly achievable phase is our wish to produce the deliverable. The STM force user to fix their requirement in the concrete early in the cycle, and does not allow for rapid iterative delivery. And after that, the project life cycle to repeat again and again, and the customer can revise or review the prototype again to improve, and they repeat time by time, and the system will be in incremental step by step. And the SCM must the person in the SCM must be the port of side, the user side, and the development side, and they have to be key person, the key person, and they can make decision to make agreement for the both sides. And the STM make the working more quickly. More quickly. Don't know. 80-20.
80-20. All right. Any other answer? Can anyone answer this question one? Okay. First of all, in order to answer this question one, firstly you have to read the own section about here carefully. And second one, you must know what is the SDM consortium or the SDM diagram. What is that? In order to know about the SDM, you have to review the week 2 and week 3. Slide in week 2 and week 3, we have learned about the SDM, right? And this is the general process of the SDM. We have something like this one. We have this business study analysis and feasibility study, remember? And then analysis, design, and implementation. Sorry, run out of ink. I cannot write down. Anyway, you can review the SDM consortium. And you see that in the SDM consortium, there are 4 main phases. Firstly is feasibility study and business area analysis. and then analysis, and then design, and then implementation. And there is a link between these stages. That means from the analysis, you can come back to design, you can come further to implementation. That would be okay. Next part, you have to understand what is prototyping, iterative, and incremental, and how can those three approaches can work inside the SDM consortium. Actually, when we are saying about iterative, that means we are saying about iterative and incremental. Then they will be never separate. They always go together, iterative and incremental. When you repeat something again, it has to be increase and increase and increase. And how about prototyping? We just learned prototyping. Prototyping is a repetition process. It repeats again and again and again, right? And after it repeated, our prototype will be improved, will be increased, right? So prototyping is met with iterative and incremental. You grow up and you know about the SDM consortium. The last thing you have to grow is how prototyping, iterative, and incremental works in the SDM. The SDM has 4 phases, including analysis, feasibility study, design, implementation. And how if we use prototype for all of these 3 processes, it works everywhere, right? You can use prototype in analysis, in feasibility study, in implementation, and in design. See? That's why these 3 approaches can work together under the SDM consortium. Summary. That is very easy. By just reading this article is not enough. You have to review about the SDM. For example, here you see the SDM consortium. If you don't even know what is that, how can you answer the question? I don't see anyone. Sorry, I see just one student review the SDM, and no one else review the SDM. I see just one student, you or someone behind, review the SDM consortium. The first one, you have to know what is the SDM, so that you can imagine how prototyping, iterative, and incremental work in that consortium. That's all. Understand? Okay, next question. You will have 15 minutes for the next question, and by I-45, I-90, sorry, I-50, I will ask you again for question 2. Let's continue.
Sao lấy mấy cái thành họ sao?
Gì?
Đầu. Hai người
Dạy rõ
gió đặt cái đầu chết rồi chưa? Dám thì ngộ, cái người dám thì ngộ, dám dám sáng.
2 bao vừa.
Dạ đi rồi lên cái điện thoại mình rồi lên không có khải không? Dạ đi rồi.
Để phải đi mát mà.
Chịu khó.
Dạ. Mới lạnh rồi. Giảm lạnh.
Do you understand the question? The approach is that is about a partial solution. A partial solution can be considered as a working system that does not contain on required functionality, but enough to enable the basic business process to proceed. The remaining functionality is delivered at a later date. So why do you think this approach to system development is popular in today's business environment? Why? Firstly, what is the important point about this approach? About partial solution approach. Can anyone? Partial solution approach does mean we will deliver a system with very basic functionality. So what does that mean?
The partial solution can be delivered to satisfy immediately business needs.
More specific. That means you can deliver a working system to customers in a very short time, right? Because it contains only basic function. It does not need to contain full function. Full function can be delivered later. So, the main point here is fast delivery. So why is suitable to today's environment? Today's environment, everything, business environment nowadays change rapidly. So customer doesn't want to spend too much time to wait for product. You cannot ask the customer to wait for years for a product. Instead, they want to see something quickly. So that's why partial solution meant to today's business environment. The main point here is fast delivery. If you cannot deliver a system quickly, firstly, customer cannot wait. Secondly, your system may be out of date because it cannot catch up with the business environment change. Understand? So, second question. Think of a business system. For example, a payroll system. Identify the main area function that you might reasonably expect to find in such a system. Now consider the order in which you may deliver these function areas if you were going to undertake partial delivery. Firstly, do you know what is payroll system? No. So why don't you Google it? I see most of you looking at the computer screen only and do nothing. This is a payroll system. Payroll system is a system calculate the employee salary to pay the money. That's all. So it may contain some function including input and output. Input including employee time sheet. That means in order to pay to you, they have to know how many hours you have to work. That is employee time sheet or hours work. And employee pay rate. For example, if you working 1 hour, your pay rate is $10 per 1 hour. So if you work 8 hours a day, so your pay rate per day would be $80, right? And 1 month is 20 days a month. That means your salary per month is 1,600 USD, right? And employee bank account detail for what? To transfer 1,600 USD to your bank account. And the output would be print by slip. That means after your company pays you money, you will receive a bank slip. The bank slip confirms that you have received your monthly salary. EFT payment to employment bank account. This is the electronic fund transfer payment to prove that the transaction has been succeeded. For what? Later you cannot say to the company that I didn't receive the money. We have ETF bank slip to prove that we have paid you money. And salary report for management. For example, your company has 200 employees, and each month your manager wants to see a report about salary. So this is the output for salary report. So, identify. In order to use a partial solution, which of 6 functions here would be implemented for a partial solution? Which are the most important functionality that you think for a partial solution from this system?
Time sheet, employee time sheet.
Yes. What else?
EFT payment to employee bank accounts.
Maybe. So, for example, according to me, this is payroll system. So, the main functionality of this system must be able to transfer money exactly to the employees every month. So that means, according to me, for a partial solution, I only need these 3 functions. It must be calculate, it must can be import the employee taxes, it must have the employee pay rate, it must have the employee bank account. That's all. For what? For transfer money to the employees. That's all. These things, I don't need to know that. Print by slip, I can ask for bank. I can ask the bank to print it for me. I can ask the bank to print the EFT for me. And by making a combination, I can create a report to the manager. I don't need the system to make these things for me for now. Because these things, bank slip and EFT, I can ask the bank for that. And then I will create a report in Excel by myself and send it to the manager. So for partial solution, I only need these 3 functions only. The payroll system still works, right? It has the main function. It can calculate the employee rate, pay rate, it can transfer money. That's all. Understand? If you don't, please raise your hand. Okay, so any question? So if you don't have any question, let's call it a day and see you next week. You still sitting there. Let's call it a day and see you next week.
Yes.
Thank you.
11 bed.